one of the most beautiful verses in all the Bible. John 14, verse 6. He says to Thomas, he says, Thomas, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And no man cometh unto the Father but by me. He says, you know the way. I don't know the way. I am the way. I am the way. I don't know if you've maybe been in a town where you were new. My wife and I recently moved to New England just a few years ago, and getting around has always kind of been a challenge for us since we moved here. And everyone has their own sense of directions. Roads change names from here to there. This number is this road. It's Route 4 over here, and over here it's 177, and over here it's 183. And it's confusing to me, right? I don't know if you've been in a new place and you maybe felt those experiences, felt those feelings of being lost. Maybe you pulled up to a gas station and you asked someone and said, hey, I need to get to this particular destination. I need to find my way here. And that person has two options. They can pull out their phone or maybe a map if they still have a map, and they can draw a line for you on how to get to what your destination is. Or they can say, hey, hop in your car, I'll hop in mine, and you follow me there. That's what Jesus is saying. Jesus is saying, I'm not going to give you a list of directions on how to get there, because I am the way. You follow me. He says, I am the way. I am the only way. It's an exclusive claim. And we can push against that and say how restrictive and how narrow-minded of Jesus to be the only way to heaven. What kind of arrogant statement is that? Friend, I want us to be humbled at the fact that we even have a way. Think of it this way. Okay, let's say the airport's you decided to fly, okay? Maybe it's after all this virus scare is over and you wanted to fly somewhere. And you walked up to the gate, maybe at Bradley Airport there in Hartford, and you said, I want to buy 2 tickets to, let's say, Florida. Okay, you want to fly to Miami. Wouldn't that be great right now, right? Let's fly to Miami, right? So you get up there and the gate agent says, okay, I have two tickets to Miami, and she types in her keyboard and she gives you a boarding pass. And you look in that boarding pass and it says, nonstop service from Hartford to Miami, gates 20 through 29. And that's kind of weird. Like maybe they haven't assigned the gate yet. I'm going to get over there and figure it out. So you make it through security. You get over to the gates near the 20s, and you look at it and you look up at the signs and they say flight to Miami, gates 20 through 29. And you think this is really strange. And you see a grouping of people maybe around you who also are wearing their Bermuda shirts. Okay, maybe they're also wearing their flip-flops, and you can tell they're going to Florida too. And you say, hey, are you guys going to Miami? And they say, yeah, we're going to Miami. You say, hey, what gate do we go through? And one guy says, well, I play my numbers a lot, and I'm feeling pretty confident about gate number 23. I love Michael Jordan, maybe. Gate 23 is the one I'm going through. You talk to another lady, and she says, well, my husband works for the airline, and he said gate 27 is the best gate here. It is the most reliable gate, so I'm going through gate 27. You talk to another gentleman, and he says, hey, look at gate number 21. That plane looks brand new. That's the one I want to get on to go to Miami. You think I don't want to compare all the planes. I don't want to compare all the gates. I want to know which plane is going to get me to the destination that I want to reach. So you walk up to the gate agent. You say, hey, this is my ticket, and I'm trying to get to Miami, right? I'm trying to get to Florida for this vacation. Can you tell me which gate I need to enter through? And the nice lady there comments back to you sweetly and politely, sir, how restrictive would that be of us? These are all wonderful planes. These are all wonderfully trained pilots with incredible crews. They're all gassed up and ready to go. You enter in through whichever gate you feel is best, and you'll end up at the destination you're supposed to be at. How frustrating would that be? Now, I know where I want to go. I know the destination I want to reach. I need some specific directions on how to get there. Jesus is very specific. He says, I am the way. I am the truth. I am the life. And no one comes to the Father but by me. Maybe this is all new to you. But right now in your heart, there's maybe some fear and some anxiety and some nerves based on what's going on in our world right now. And maybe you're starting to think a little bit more about our own mortality and about what happens after this life is over. I want to encourage you. Investigate Jesus. Because I promise you, you will not regret it. Bible says that you and I, because of our sin natures, are deserving of punishment away from God for all of eternity. But that Jesus, who was God in the very beginning, our creator, the one who loved us and made us, was willing to give himself on a cross for you and for me. And he opens wide his arms, open wide the doors of heaven, and invites us to have a relationship with him. All we have to do is enter in through the right gate. I want to encourage you, believe in Jesus. Trust in Jesus. He'll be with you. One day you'll be with him, all because you entered in through his door. Maybe you have more questions about this. We'd love to help you. We'd love to answer any questions you may have, or maybe dive into more detail about what Jesus is offering to each of us is. There's going to be a phone number at the bottom of the screen. I want you to text that number. Someone from our church and our ministry would love to talk with you and pray with you about what Jesus has to offer us and who Jesus is in our relationship with him. And we'd love to introduce you to him. You don't have to be fearful. Your heart doesn't have to be troubled. Christ is with you. One day we'll be with him if we've placed our faith in the right door.